Alan, back at home this Saturday, probably thankfully for you after all the travelling you've been doing recently. I mean, we talk about that travelling. How's the recovery been off the back of Monday? Because obviously it's a long trip and a bit of a emotionally draining game as well as a physically draining one as well, I suppose.
Yeah, it was tough. We had to give them a couple of days off to recover, and then they come in, you could still see they were a little bit leggy, which was expected after the amount of effort that they put in over the 2 games in the 3 days, and then the travelling on top of that. I think I got back at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it wasn't because it was a decent bus ride. It wasn't a miserable one. The lads certainly enjoyed that. Brought everyone closer together. I think that's one big thing I will say that we took from that, is it brought a group of lads even closer together. That togetherness that I think you're seeing in that second half. So everything worked out perfectly, but still things that we need to fix. That's a certainty.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that boost, I suppose, going into Saturday and Wednesday as well, obviously another couple of games in quick succession, but getting a couple of wins to go into that with Aldershot tomorrow, I suppose that can't harm things, it can only help things.
No, definitely, as I say, that I wouldn't want to be on the other side of what happened. That's a certainty. I've been on a winning 2-0, losing 3-2. I've been on that, and that's not nice, but 3-0, you never really expect to see your team come back. It's very rare that happens, and that's what I'm saying. It's the first time I've been involved in it, and it's nice that it's happened for us. It's nice that we've got that response, and it's showed that we have got a real good togetherness within the group, and we have got the ability to do it as well. It's just the other things that we need to put right, but we've got to, I said to the lads, we've got to take the positives from what we've done in that second half and build on that. But you still look at overall, you just think we've been good, we've been poor, we've been good, we've been poor, and then we're poor and good in the same game. So it's just, at the minute, because we've got a young group, there's a lot of young lads that are still learning the trade and they're still learning this level. We just need to get that consistency right, and that's something that we've got to work on.
Yeah, and we mentioned obviously Aldershot visiting tomorrow. I mean, on paper they've scored quite a lot, conceded quite a few, so been in a lot of high-scoring games so far. Obviously yourselves have had high-scoring games recently, but you know, it's not necessarily always as easy as just looking at the league and then right, that's how the game's going to go. So how are you looking ahead to that test tomorrow in particular for you?
It's probably set up for a 0-0 after that, isn't it? Let's be honest, but no. Hopefully it's an exciting game. That's what we want. As I say, that's what I like to try and achieve, is exciting football, and we've done it in parts. And looking at Aldershot, they love to get forward, they love to attack. So it's going to be a really interesting, intriguing game. But we're not afraid of anyone. Like I say, we'll have a good go at them. We'll use I want to get our best players on the ball, and for me, our best form of defence is attack. As simple as that. We've got to get beyond people and get in behind people. I think that showed on Monday. So yeah, it's going to be a real tough test, because them have scored goals. We've got some quality players in there who are known in this league, really good quality. So we're going to have to deal with that, but we've got our own good quality. So I'm expecting a really exciting game. But you know, as I say, you normally know what happens after that. You probably end off in a 0-0. But I say, fingers crossed we can nick the win.
Yeah, and in terms of how things are looking, sort of squad-wise, ahead of tomorrow, I know on Monday you had a couple of casualties, unfortunately. Obviously, Max Melbourne coming off injured in the first half, and I think George Shelby had a bit of illness by the sounds of it at half-time as well. So not ideal for you, but how are the pair of them sort of faring at the minute? Yeah,
it wasn't great. It wasn't a great start. Obviously, it started with Joe against Tamworth when he's cough. It wasn't ideal to lose him, and then we'll lose Max. I didn't really want to play Max 2 games because he's been out for so long. To play him 2 games, there was always risk. Unfortunately, it happened, and he's got a tweak in the hamstring, so he'll be out for about 4 weeks, I would think. It's not ideal. Maybe back quicker if we can. And then, unfortunately, George at half time, all we heard was him being sick in the toilet during the team talk. So I had to make a decision to either stick with him or take him off, and we'll end off taking him off. And to be fair to T, to do what he done after not being prepped, not being ready, you've got to give him full credit, because he was disappointed when he come out of the team, but he's just got his head down, he's focused, and he come in and done a fantastic job. So I've got a decision to make again, but it's between 2 top goalkeepers. It's a real tough one to keep them happy. It's not ideal having 2 top goalkeepers, but it is what it is. We've got to work with that, and it's nice for competition, but it's hard for me to make a decision, that's a certainty. But I'd rather have that than not have one, not have a decision to make. So again, they've done smashing, the lads. It's it's just not nice having them little niggles. I've looked at the squad that's out there, and we've got a great five-a-side team that's injured at this moment in time. That's a certainty. But once we get them back, we'll be in a good place.
Yeah, I mean, well, you mentioned that five-a-side team that's out at the minute. Obviously, Butts hasn't been able to play this season as of yet. He's obviously been alongside you on a touchline, and by the sounds of it, has been chomping at the bit to get back involved. Obviously, he's been training and everything, but how far is he away from potentially being involved at some point?
He's desperate. If it was his choice, he'd be in and about it now, but Fraser's a little bit more cautious with him, and we've got to make sure that we're getting the proper healing time for him, the proper training time for him. And as I say, he's training every day. It's just getting him into the proper 90 minutes of it. If we can get him, ideally, you're probably looking at getting him minutes in the Middlesbrough game in the National League Cup. That would probably be the start of the process for him there. That's, I think, what I would look at ideal for him.